But this moment didn't begin today. It began in August 2023 when the president, barely 2 months in office, appointed a team of experts led by fiscal policy guru Taiwo Yedele. Their mandate? Simplify Nigeria's chaotic tax system and plug the country's leaking revenue bucket. After months of consultations, the president transmitted 4 bills to the National Assembly in October of 2024. The Nigeria Tax Bill, the Tax Administration Bill, the Nigeria Revenue Service Bill, and the Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill. Together, they seek to rewrite decades of complicated tax laws and merge overlapping tax agencies into one. The goal? Make taxes simpler to understand, make collection more efficient, and ensure states and local governments get a fair share without strangling businesses or raising the price of food. But backlash followed. Northern governors and lawmakers rejected parts of the proposal, especially the VAT distribution formula and an unclear inheritance tax. They feared their region would lose out. After intense negotiations, a compromise was reached in January 2025. The governors agreed to a revised VAT formula, 50% to be shared equally among states, 30% based on derivation, and 20% by population. No increase in VAT rates. For Nigerian workers, the new laws grant full payee tax exemption for workers earning up to 1.3 million naira annually. That's over 35% of all public and private sector employees. Another 60% of workers earning up to 20 million naira, and for the military, zero income tax going forward. To cushion the rising cost of living, essential items like food, healthcare, rent, education, baby products, transportation, and fuel all now enjoy 0% VAT. These categories are set to account for nearly 82% of household spending, especially for low-income earners. Another major shift is the new 4% development levy, replacing multiple overlapping levies like the tertiary education tax, simplifying payment and reducing paperwork. With lawmakers approving the harmonized bills in early June, the president today gives his final assent, calling the moment a revolution.
We are in transit. We have changed the rule. We have changed some of the misgivings. We have opened the door for new economy, business opportunity. We are showing that Nigeria is truly ready and open for business.
And modernizing the tax system means bringing more money for the development of the country. Today, you are signing these historic bills into acts of parliament. And I can tell you that even some of the states, when they see the outcome of what they are doing today, generations unborn will remember you.
The newly signed tax reform laws will take effect from January 1st, 2026.
With the magnanimity of the National Assembly, Mr. President, so the effective date will be January 1st, 2026 by the special grace of Almighty God. So we have full 6 months for both sensitization, planning, and also considering the fiscal year of the government. Because when you have this kind of change, it's not what you do mid-year, because if the application of law is better you start from the beginning of the year.
With consultations and the painstaking nature of the legislative processes that we've taken, I believe we brought out bills that seek the aspirations of Nigerians.
When the tax reform was brought in the House, it was like a mission impossible. And but we thank God with the cooperation of all Nigerians, including the governors. And of course, particularly from the House of Rep, I want to express appreciation to Mr. Speaker for allowing us to take our time to do the needful.
The chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee describes them as deliberately pro-poor.
This is really revisiting the social contract between the government and the people. In addition to that, these laws will promote Nigeria in terms of competitiveness. It's harmonizing the taxes that companies have to pay, reducing the burden of those taxes, and removing distortionary tax waivers and incentives.
For average Nigerians and businesses, the new laws promise lower taxes fairer rules and a more predictable system. But with implementation not due till January 2026, the real test lies not in what was signed in the grey room of the president's office, but in what will be seen and felt. Because in the end, as always, the devil is in the details and in the delivery. From the presidential villa, Adesua Omoruan, Arise News.